My name is Logan Elmer, and this is my peer analysis assignment. I'm doing mine on Roberto Osen. Uh, when I'm doing this, the person next to me in alphabetical order hasn't turned in their assignment yet, and the due date has come in. So I just did the next person that had turned it in alphabetically. Um, so yeah, let's get started. The first prompt is reflect. And the thing that really struck me about Roberto's story analysis is the fact that he wants to focus on someone who's had what seems like a rough life so far. His wife was taken from him at an early age, and his son seems to have some kind of disability. You can't really go into detail because his dad doesn't want to reveal that stuff, which I totally understand. Um, I also think it's interesting that you focus on the fact that he's a millennial. As a millennial, I kind of get some of the animosities that you're talking about. Whenever I go in for a job interview, it's always about how millennials tend to have a lower work ethic and all this other bull crap, and it can be irritating. And I'm glad that you're deciding to highlight this. What were you trying to highlight by his work life? I get that that's kind of work can be a big part of someone's lives, but it seems like it's jilted away from the rest of your story, whereas you seem to focus more on the connection between him and his son and the troubles that he's gone through. It can come out, it doesn't match, but maybe you have some idea that I don't, and you obviously you know him better than I do, so it might make much more sense to you. Next, we have suggest. The one thing I might add, if I was going to say, you in your kind of one of your discussions in your where is it? In some of your detail shots, you talk about him playing games with his son and like him playing Pokemon Go on himself. It seems like he's kind of video games are something he really enjoys. Maybe ask about how he and his son bond through those, or maybe how it kind of it maybe helps him deal with certain problems. I know as a huge gamer, that's something that's really helped me throughout my life, and I think it might be an interesting kind, not spend a lot of time on it, but just kind of a quick touch to kind of show a bit more depth into his character. And it might like kind of let him let down his guard a bit. I know I had problems with that when recording my interview. Suggest elevate. Perhaps you can add more emphasis, like with your uh, where is it? You talked about the visual impact. You just talked about him filming him at work, working out, and interacting with his son. Maybe you could add some visual elements. Like I'm doing a black and white filter for mine to kind of give it that like edgy kind of look, that more rustic look. I think I don't know exactly what would interest you or maybe help your video like elevate it, but I think maybe some kind of visual effect might help, or some kind of nice music or intros to kind of accentuate the mood that it really is a depressing story. Overall, I think it's an awesome story analysis, Rob. As you know, we've worked together before on like some of our group projects, and you always have done awesome. And I always looked at your work when I'm comparing to other students because you've always put such work ethic, and I can't wait to see what you do here. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day.